Well, shit. I dare say that was a good ass shoulder workout. Shoulders are so very important for a multitude of reasons. One, it really helps to give kind of width to the upper aspect of your physique. And I've always said one of the key characteristics of someone's physique that gives them the appearance of being someone who is physically fit or strong is that they have that nice shoulder cap. You know, that separation between the shoulder and the upper arm. Basketball players have it from just constantly working their shoulders with their shooting at practice and playing all the time. And that's what I'm talking about. Another thing too is, you know, the more meat you got on your shoulders, the wider it makes you look up top. So if you're kind of looking for that V taper kind of transition from the top of your body down to your waist, you really want to emphasize working shoulders. Now, a lot of people will say that in order to get wide looking shoulders, you need to do lateral shoulder raises. And they're right. But don't forget to do anterior and rear delt movements, okay? You should be doing anterior and rear delt movements, but if you had to prioritize just one, anterior delt is going to make your shoulder look bigger from the front than rear. So if you're strapped on gym time for whatever reason and you're trying to figure out how to better prioritize your time in the gym, and for some reason you don't have time for rear delts, which frankly I don't believe it, but if you don't, anterior delt workouts, because as I've now worked my way up to 100-pound dumbbell shoulder press for a set of 6, 2 sets of 6, my shoulders are looking pretty damn capped. Now, that being said, I have been aggressively attacking lateral delts, side delts, by doing not one, but 2 side delt movements on shoulder day. I do the machine at the utmost heaviest weight that I can possibly do for an effective range of motion for a beneficial set. And then I also do, or what I was doing, was dumbbell lateral raises two-handed. Now I've kind of transitioned to doing single-handed, just to make the movement a little bit more intense, a little bit more focused, a little bit more harsh on my shoulders. Now, thirdly, if you really want to look great in a t-shirt, I wear oversized shirts, as you can tell, to the gym, but my upper body, you can tell that I work out even when I don't have a pump. And part of that, even though I'm wearing an oversized shirt, and part of that is because my rear delts kind of help to give that back formation to not only my shoulders but my upper arm. And it's kind of a hidden secret. Like, I don't really know if some of the older top bodybuilders really place enough emphasis on the kind of effect having a developed rear delt can have on your physique. All right. Now, another key aspect of shoulders is how instrumental they are in other movements. So when you're doing your lat pull downs or any kind of pull down motion, your side and rear delts are coming into play in that movement to try and bring your elbow closer together behind your back. And so if for whatever reason you're not able to lat pull down or whatever as much weight, even rows, T-bar rows, cable rows, you name it, dumbbell rows, maybe not dumbbell rows. If you're not able to move as much weight on certain back movements as what you'd like to be able to, or as what you think that you should be able to based off of your size, weight, strength, and other movements, that kind of thing, you need to ask yourself, are my rear delts lacking? Do I work rear delts? Try it out. I think that you will be surprised. Another thing too is people, they always want to get their bench press up. They want to get heavier bench. They want to be stronger at bench. Everyone wants to bench. It's funny. Everyone wants to bench one plate when they can't bench one plate. And then you bench one plate, and then everyone wants to bench 2 plates. And then you bench 2 plates, and then everyone wants to bench 3 plates. Not a lot of people want to bench 4 plates because not a lot of people make it to benching 3 plates. So, anyways, when it comes to bench pressing, especially if it's incline, which I advocate for a little bit more so than flat bench when it comes to actually building strength and a good sized chest. But if you're doing flat bench and you're obsessing over your performance and capabilities and how you can do flat bench, your shoulders are really going to come into play, especially if you have kind of a form that emphasizes not bringing the bar so down low below the nipple line, but maybe keeping it right at or just slightly above the nipple line. If you do keep it above the nipple line on flat bench, just be careful because you're putting a lot of tension on the corner aspect of your pectoral muscle, and you don't want to get a tear because that's how those kinds of injuries happen. But yeah, if you're finding yourself stuck at a weight when it comes to bench press, I mean, there's a multitude of things that you can do to try and improve it, but shoulders, don't overlook shoulders. It is equally as instrumental in developing and progressing in your bench capabilities. A lot of people like to look at people's chest to determine how much they can bench press. Chest is just one aspect of bench press, even with incline. What you want to look at is this area right here. What's their bicep look like? How capped is their shoulder? What do their triceps look like? How much does their lat stick out when they put their arm like that? It's not all chest. So I know a lot of you guys are trying to figure out how to increase your bench press. I'm telling you, shoulders is definitely one of the supporting muscles that you should be hitting aggressively and heavily to try and increase your bench press, whether it's flat or incline. And that's pretty much shoulders for you guys. Now I'm gonna go to the mall with my wife, and we are going to do some errands. I'm going to eat some food before we go, and I might even eat some food when we get to the mall. And then I've got dinner tonight with my dad, brother's wife, and my brother's girlfriend, which we do every Sunday. If you watch this video and you don't eat family with you don't eat family, you don't eat dinner with your family, and you have the ability to do so, I'm begging you, I'm not telling you, I'm begging you. Please eat dinner with your family. If you guys have a good, dynamic, good relationship, they're only here for a short period of time. And one of the things that we take for granted on a daily basis is the time that we have with everyone else. So I understand family has the affinity to be toxic, and you might not want to spend time with them, but just hear me out on this one, okay? Try to make a once a week plan with your family, especially if you're, a younger adult, older adult, what have you, 20s, 30s. Don't forget your parents, man. So, yeah, gonna do that, fuel up, hydrate. Tomorrow's legs. One of the issues I always have when hitting legs shortly after hitting shoulders is that when I go to do squats and I have to put my hands behind the bar, my shoulders are usually so sensitive from having hit shoulders the day before that having my hands in that position kind of squeezes my shoulders, and my shoulders throw a real fit during squats. And let's just say by the end of a solid squat set, my shoulders are burning more than my quads and hamstrings are. But I'm going to try and alleviate that problem by eating enough food, resting a lot, getting my electrolytes in, hydrating appropriately, and maybe we'll do a little shoulder stretching before our leg workout tomorrow. I think that'd be a good idea. Other than that, I don't really have anything else for you guys, so Without further ado, hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Please like the video if you haven't already liked the video. Hit the subscribe button if you like this kind of content. And I'll see you on the next one. And don't forget to stay safe, stay strong, stay big.